Ain't this what you came to see? Let me be your...
Introduce yourself and tell everybody about Art by Armani.
Heck yeah. Well, hello, my name is Armani, and this is my little art studio slash business that I run partially out of my household, partially just for the love of the game. I started stained glass about 6 years ago when I made my fiance's headstone. It was a really big inspiration for me to be able to make something filled with light and love. And after that, I just fell in love with glass, and I ended up working at the Pittsburgh Glass Center and getting to really hone in on my skills and realize how much I love teaching. So everything I have here is all things that I've made for selling, but I also teach classes, and that is really where I feel like Art by Armani does the most work.
How did you first get into working with glass and creating art?
I would say back in high school, I was a painter and a photographer, and I always felt like I was trying to speak through painting and drawing in a way that I wasn't able to sketch really as well as I wanted to. I loved painting, but when I found glass as a medium, I felt like I was finally able to speak in a way that I was never able to articulate before.
What exactly is fused glass and what goes into making a piece?
Fused glass is awesome. Fused glass is kind of the same as our stained glass. It comes out in sheets. The only difference is that we melt it in a kiln instead. So it's all different temperatures. You have tack fuse and full fuse. Basically, you're taking two pieces of glass and bringing them up to around 1200 degrees and then slowly bringing it back down over time.
I see jewelry, hanging pieces, and different glass creations. What all do you make?
I make, honestly, just about any and everything. Stained glass, I would say, is my main art form, but between fusing glass, blowing glass, and also still continuing to paint and add mixed media components into it, I'll work with anything.
Where do you get inspiration for your designs?
I would say just the people I meet and just nature in general. I'm very inspired by frogs. I have a bunch of pet frogs that I love very dearly, but also just getting to meet goofy people who also bring me closer to how I see myself as an artist. I kind of bounce ideas off of my friends, like my skulls. One of my best friends, he collects skulls, and the big cow skull, the cat skull, all of those were kind of based off of pieces that we did together.
What's the most difficult or time-consuming piece you've ever created?
I would have to say, honestly, my Good Vibes piece over here, it was supposed to take me about a few days to make that project. Instead, it took me about 5 weeks. I realized that I had accidentally overcut my lines. So when you do stained glass, you have to cut your pieces really exact, and you just want to grind off a little bit. I had left way too much, and I had almost lost hope on the piece. And I just kept telling myself, just do it. Just make it better. You know it's going to look better, and somebody's really going to appreciate the work that it took. And now I adore that piece, but it tested the limits of me as an artist.
You do custom orders?
Absolutely, yes. I would say commission work is also a big love for my business side. It's really fun to be able to make people's dreams come true in a way and be able to bring things to life.
What's your favorite piece you have out here today, and what makes it so special?
I would have to say it's my smoking capybara. I call him Bad Capybara. I made that piece specifically for this festival, and I've been working on a new series where I've been trying to add different animals and fun antics of just them being silly and doing funny stuff. So yeah, Bad Capybara for sure.
What advice would you give somebody, especially young artists who want to start creating and selling their work?
I would say talk to people around you. Go to festivals. Kind of see the vibe of what they're doing and think about your art. As a painter, first thing I would want to think about is, what is my venue? Where's my audience? Being able to figure out where your art is served best was my first step, at least. Just being able to get out and see things.
And what's next for Art by Armani? And where can people follow, place an order, or even see more of your work?
Heck yeah. I think for me next, it's just going to be teaching a lot of classes. I've been growing the size of classrooms that I've been able to handle. I just taught my first 12 students at an actual art league location. So I'm now starting to spread out to all of these different places and traveling a lot more. So I think it's going to be a really fun winter of assisting people with glass blowing and just overall getting to teach a ton of people how to do glass work.